speak. And it's so ironic, and it just hit me very hard because I had actually had, not necessarily a confirmation, but it was more of an admission to one person that, I've spent most of my life not really speaking, only speaking when I felt it was necessary. And at the time of saying that, I very much thought that it was because I was someone who tends to be, a listener, and versus, having, attention on myself. But then I realized that actually what was going on was the remnants of that slavery, that I didn't feel like I could speak without being told that it was okay to speak. And I think that in our current 3D world, and, just based off of, more recent history, a lot of people think of slavery and bondage as something that it's primarily physical. And that it means, working at a field or, doing back-breaking work. And I think that going into that past life really surfaced for me that it's more than that. And we're seeing examples of that every day where we don't actually recognize that from a mind, sight, and speech perspective, we are enslaved. And that comes in different forms. It may not necessarily be that someone's physically in front of you and has you tied down with rope or whatever it might be to signify that you are a slave, but, through programming, what we are allowed to see, the knowledge that we are allowed to have access to. And I found that past life just being, very liberating for me. And again, like I said, it was very emotional because it helped me to truly understand that there are things that we are not aware of in our current lives that really have an impact, that, there are things that are passed down generationally, not just from a trauma perspective, but just in our bloodline. And that, if you're someone who does in fact believe that the soul doesn't die when your physical body dies, and we're constantly going through these stages of reincarnation, and that we're here to learn lessons, it was in that moment, while I was already on the path of ascension, I basically broke the last soul connection that I had to trauma and experiences that I've had as a soul in previous lives. And it's really what has helped solidify me in my current purpose, which is to help others, to heal others, to give them the tools that they need in order to also get off of the karmic wheel. And I think that a lot of people think that karma is just negative, but there's also positive karma. But there are those of us, just because we don't have access to specific knowledge that may not live within this realm, that we don't have access to in this realm, you get stuck on a wheel and you're unable to break free from something or learn a lesson. And so I just thought that it'd be a good idea to share, just one of my past life experiences with all of you, just, for those that don't necessarily understand what past life regression is and how it can help you in your current life. There are those that are very well educated in past life regression, but the idea that we are, one, made in God's image, and then two, that we have everything within us, not only to heal ourselves, whether it be mentally, emotionally, spiritually, or physically, but also that we also have everything within us in order to change our realities, to jump from timeline to timeline, that we have the ability to be co-creators with God in terms of building the lives that we are divinely destined to live. And if you leave with anything after watching this, I hope that you leave with that, like that understanding that if you're not living the life that you want to live today, or, you know, aspects of your life aren't quite where you want them to be, please believe in yourself and your ability to get there. And there are tools to help you get there that don't require you having to, you know, drop your frequency or to look outside of yourself, like, for that help. Like, it all lives within you. And if anything, as I close this video, I hope that I've at least planted a seed in your mind that really allows you to take a step back and look at yourself, and whether, one, like I said, are you living the life that you're divinely destined to live, but are you truly embracing your authenticity, or are you allowing external factors, whether it be your environment or people, to really limit who it is that you're meant to be? And my hope is that you're inspired to connect with me, work with me, as I do believe that it's my soul mission in this life, similar to how I have broken myself free from, you know, bondage and enslavement, to be able to help you do the same, and to also assist you in, you know, obtaining and getting closer to that divine life and to your authenticity. I wish you a beautiful day, and I hope that your journey is a blessed one.